Hello and welcome to my video update about what is on the council agenda for the meeting on the 20th of July. So 2 notices of motion that are on the agenda. The first one is in regards to 5G cell technology, a request that council writes to the federal government and various providers asking for more information around the potential impacts of 5G antennas in our area. The second one is in regards to the voice, and there's 6 councillors who have put their name to this, and I must acknowledge Councillor Southwood, who has taken the lead in drafting this motion, proposing that council take a official position of supporting the voice referendum and to engage in some activities in our area that support the Yes campaign for the referendum that will be held later this year. Now, when we come to our officers' reports for determination, the big one on this agenda is in regards to the tender for the sport and recreation facility at 180 River Road. So what happened was council invited 5 construction companies to tender for the project. 3 actually did submit tenders, but none of those were within the budget set by council. So what this recommendation is asking council to endorse is to give authority to the general manager to officially reject all 3 bids and then enter into negotiations in the first instance with ADCO Constructions for the provision of construction of the sport and recreation facility. The advice that has been given to councillors is that the staff believe that the project can still be completed within a $75 million budget. And a few key points that with these negotiations in this resolution, it's stating that the facility spaces and the capacity within the design will not be changed. Also that the design aesthetics of the building will be retained, and that particularly the sustainable building design features as recommended by Steenson and Varming be retained as well. So 3 clear things that must be retained in any negotiations. And essentially the resolution is proposing that should the general manager and the staff be satisfied that a tender for construction can be awarded within the $75 million budget, that will proceed and then demolition will commence on the site at 180 River Road. So that I would say is the biggest item on the agenda for this council meeting. A few other things is a proposal for council to commence the community consultation process to formally close the road at Canberra Avenue in the St Leonard South Precinct. The closure of this road would extend to create an expanded Newlands Park. And a key thing here is that just because council will get potentially the approval, further resolution will have to come back to council to formally close the road. But even though we might have then that resolution to formally close the road will still remain open until construction is complete, and then it can be formally closed and become part of an expanded Newlands Park. Another resolution is that council needs to consider whether we'll adopt a change in our investment policy. So, for example, we've got $121 million of cash on hand at the moment, and essentially was a previous recommendation or resolution of council that we look at divesting of any exposure to fossil fuel companies. So that's a motion that is in this agenda. And a few other things in regards to council formally declaring a lot of our bushland as wildlife protection areas, a review of our ward boundaries, which we must do every term, particularly if there's more than a 10% variance of population between each ward. So unfortunately that will mean what's proposed is more of West Ward will go to Central Ward. Nevertheless, I represent everyone. And there's some of the main really agenda items that I see. So as always, if you've got any questions or feedback, we'll be holding our community Zoom on Tuesday the 18th of July. So click on the link below to RSVP. Otherwise, send me an email, and I'm always happy to read your feedback and give any answers if required. So there you are. Hope you found this summary helpful, and have a good week.